Hey everybody, welcome back to another war recap. This was our week 5 of the No Dip League. We matched the guys at Powercock this week, and it was quite a war. Good games to the guys at Powercock, but huge war by our Town Hall 10s. They came out with another 6 10v10s, and that 1-star victory was not because Powercock had 5. Very, very sadly, as a Town Hall 9, speaking for myself, who failed an attack, we did not clear 9s. We did not clear 2 Town Hall 9s, unfortunately. Embarrassing. I don't know what to say other than we messed up, and we're not gonna let it happen again. But forget about that. Let's highlight and let's talk about the guys who brought it. Huge wars by several guys with multiple 10v10s, some 6-packs. Huge war came down to we had one Town Hall 10 hit left, and Powercock had 2, and the war was even. And Buggy came through huge with a last attack. Triple, and they failed on both of theirs. We would have had it on percentage. Not that it is really even respectful to say that we had 15 hits that were 95, 96, 97, 99% at Town Hall 9. It's still shameful. No excuses. But that was what happened, and I don't know. It makes me feel a little less embarrassed. But forget that part. Here is Buggy's last minute 10v10 that essentially iced a war for us. I think we ended up with something like 6 attempts on this base. We were so sure that this was a great air miner base, kind of coming in and being able to get some good value from Suicide Queen and Suicide Hero, but it just didn't work. And whoever, Buggy himself, planned on this and went ahead and kind of rolled the same opener we had been testing. And instead of trying again, he came in with a cold blood, sneaks in these wall breakers here, gets the queen into this compartment, puts her onto the Inferno Tower. She's getting hit, just nicked by this cannon. Thankfully, she steps out of range of it and now is going to be free to clear off a couple of these defenses, getting some important for a minor hit, splashed damage down. A bomb tower, wizard tower, obviously the Inferno Tower. Just barely is able to clear the CC and the defending AQ. It's 6 10v10 triples is no joke. We were able to really, the Town Hall 10 just put this war on their backs and carried us, and that was awesome. It was just so exciting to watch this. This war was awesome how it came down in the end here. Buggy puts these spells down extremely liberally, raging and healing immediately through the defending BK and through that first Inferno, and getting everything in there quickly. Had his BK coming along the outside of the base, funneling off these trash defenses, the trash buildings. Miners just going straight into the core, and just covering everything up with heals, and just did not lose a miner. It looked like he lost very few from his initial deploy. Just came in heavy, have the max miners in the CC, and here at the end there are several giant bombs, but it looks like a couple of them just kind of got ducked, and has enough miners all the way down to the end here. It's such a funny attack to watch. It's so deceptive, where all of a sudden they pop up and you're like, wait, there's a pack of 5, there's a pack of 4, there's a pack of 5. It's like, oh my god, there's like 20 freaking miners still alive. He got it. So yeah, it was really exciting to be a part of this and to have a war in this way and end in our favor when we thought for sure we had blown it. So just amazing. Great war. Let me share the next 5 of our 10v10s. We're not going to recap any of the 9. When you got 6 10v10s, that's what you focus on. So a 5 healer, queen charge. He's got 9 wall breakers that are coming in here. going to be able to wall break in through a couple of these compartments. These bases have been a meta for so long that everyone jokingly calls them fair play wall breakers. But at this point, I think everyone understands the AI of 3 tile wide compartments and what your queen's going to do and what wall breakers are going to do. He is trying his very best to get this mortar tower funneled off, but just can't quite get it with this Tesla popping on him. So he just gives up, but queen takes the right way, so no concern there. BK went down for funneling purposes. He's got a loon to come in and kind of hit this Sam right there. And again, this is the meta of the bases. You know what to expect. One of the things that really helped out with some of these attacks was we had a lot. We were able to focus. I think we got some pretty good base identification now, and we're understanding what bases we're most comfortable with hitting for 3 stars, and guys working together to make that happen and being able to focus our attacks on those bases, and just did a great job as a clan. And individual performances, just some epic performances. Still charging in this queen here to get down the defending queen, and still not dealing with an Inferno Tower. He still has his queen phase, and she's going to eventually step up here, and I think he's going to get his queen's going to eventually catch this Inferno Tower in the north here. Meanwhile, he's starting his loon deploy and his lalo, getting his flight down, having his hounds come in at an angle that they will clear out all the red bombs. He has hastes and rages and just really friendly pathing. All of his loons are deployed at this point. He's turfs a haste spell on accident, but is able to still have his queen up, and she's getting lots of value over here on this back end. Fights her way through the BK and is going to be able to be helping out on the cleanup. Had a couple wall breakers to try and get the queen in if he needed them, but got her in fine with what he had, and so ended up with one pack of loons just hanging in there, and they make their way through that last wizard tower, which was the last defense that was going to give them any trouble. And then he has his minions and his pups and his queens still living, dealing with all the trash to wrap up the 3 star. So great hit there. And wrong button. Where we at? Here we are. Here's our next one. Nice mixture of things with a big queen charge, 4 rage spells, and a single heal. He's got 5 dragons that are going to come in with some targeted loons to get some good value there with the dragons. Queen's going to come in and get down an air defense and some defenses over here. Had this baby dragon to tank the so that his wall breakers would be able to sneak in there. Breaks the queen in. The queen's going to, with this compartment being where it's at, queen's going to be able to make some really nice pathing for the dragons, and along with the BK to help funnel them. They're going to do a great job. Get good push and just stay nice and focused is the importance of when you're doing dragon hits, is just keeping them focused, not letting them go astray, doing everything you can to keep them with all their hit points and all their DPS focused on the buildings that they need to be hitting. This was another one of those, a base that had dragon CC, did not have the hound in it, so the queen charge just had so much value to be able to come in, clearing the CC, clearing the BK, clearing the AQ, and still having a phase and still having a living queen. So there was not that need to clear, and there's not that need to clear Inferno Towers on these types of hits. When you've got dragons, the dragons can come in, and they're only under so relatively little DPS with the Inferno Towers, and is able to just keep them raised up, going through these defenses as quickly as possible, and some loons that are doing an excellent job of keeping them focused by clearing out these compartments on the side here. And one last rage spell while the the dragons begin targeting the last Inferno Tower, and they're even able to come through here and get down the last air defense. A couple of loons to help clear out some of the last defenses, and Queen still living, still has her phase. Great hit, big hit here as well. Always nice to see dragon hits on bases like this, so great work there. That was our third. Here's Magic again. This was his 6-pack here. Another similar style attack. Going to put King working on some funneling, and the Queen to come down with a 5 healer charge here. Again, just a similar meta to the base that was his attack before that we saw. Compartments, the small compartments with being able to kind of predict your wall breaker AI and get a deep push from a Queen charge. He's also going to be clever again, and once he gets this air defense down, he's going to drop this loon in here to scout for any SAMs, and wouldn't you know it, he finds one. So saves his healers, still has all 5 of his healers now. Wall breakers are coming in now to get the Queen into this first compartment here. She's getting low on health, so raging her, and also some rage is helping the wall breakers be able to sneak in here. They are starting to hit this second layer of walls now. Another CC without a hound, so this is going to go through very quickly. Queen's going to be able to work her way through this, and the poison spell nicely covers up the defending Archer Queen as well. And so while his Queen is raged up, he's trying to sneak in some wall breakers here, doing his best to, but really not necessary. Queen on Queen, the rage is now running out, and Queen is going to be able to not get locked in here, I don't think. Let's see if these wall breakers will be polite. Nope, she's still locked in. So she's going to start pushing more towards the core because of these compartments being cleared out. His Lalo was just excellent, really heavy on the initial, and just that wrap around, and then to just excellent placement of spells, especially this heal spell here, and how it covered all these defenses up, especially the wizard tower, and he's fighting with that sweeper, which is perfect timing. The Queen is busting through down there, and she's putting down her phase so that she can start getting her healing back after the Inferno Tower had been targeting her, and she gets down the sweeper and then those 2 Teslas, and the loons have now cleared out that very last defense down there, and he had plenty of cleanup, did not lack for cleanup, and with the Queen still living, she was able to take care of any of the non-defensive buildings in the core. So she's helping out, chasing the last things down, and great hit there as well. Great war by Magic. Here's Dothiger again. We know it. The Bowler Witch, always delivering, as expected at this point. Just doing a good job. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to execute this meta. He executes it often, executes it easily for him, it seems, at least. It is not an easy meta. It is all about having very good base identification, and there's a lot of small pieces to it, and a lot of it seems like luck to me, but it clearly is not luck when you see dude's hit rate. Anyway, so he gets his good push there. He has plenty of troops on both sides. Up top, this mortar has been giving him the business, and so that those witches are pretty low. And then there's a second mortar there that's going to, I think these are going to kind of peter out right here, and I think there might be a bomb up there that these witches are about to eat. Yep, there it goes. So those witches are done. So he's got nothing left for that side of the base up there, but has plenty down here, and most importantly, got the Queen into range of the Inferno Tower with the second jump. She's got through the Inferno Tower and did not have to burn her phase, which is also very helpful for getting down these back end point defenses. Queen is just out of range of all of them in that compartment. I think the one that she's in range of, that cannon there, is obviously had been targeting that the Golemites there, and the bowlers and witches around the outside are catching up. I'm gonna time to this guy because there's a lot of witch hidden walls and a lot of queen hitting walls and a lot of just witches and bowlers doing their things. Which is just being perfectly timed that she is getting tanked for by these skeletons, and having just hanging out of range of these defenses. Just super smart queen, and had some good bowler bounces there onto that archer tower. So the queen takes a shot, takes it down, and at the same time the archer tower kills her. But excellent work, great hit there, Dothiger. We're always glad to see you running on all cylinders, clearing these bases out with the bowlers and witches. And for our 6th and final attack, we're at 15 minutes here. We have this is kind of a newer guy to our clan who's been putting in a lot of work, and is showing he's had a couple good triples. This is another just great one. Such a neat way, kind of like a hybrid here, where he comes in, he splits his heroes up, gets the easy funnel here, and just exploits kind of a flawed base, taking the 2 bowlers to clear a air defense over here, and then doing a similar type thing here where he has his golem tanking and these wizards here just getting down this cannon, and then they're going to be able to step up and have nothing that's targeting them get down. Second air defense there, and then he's able to have a little shatter push in here. I guess it's not so much a hybrid, really. I mean, just the bowlers over there sniping down that air defense, but the way that kind of set a funnel here for this base, it's going to make his deploy where he's going to be able to come in from the south here and just, not to slight the attack, but just kind of just a really heavy loon deploy, just going to be able to just kind of lay them out really heavy, and not especially gracefully, and be able to have them just swarm it. And then the way that this is set up, he gets the loons here, and then everything's just going to just V right into that last air defense, and most importantly into the second Inferno Tower, and he's just able to just cover up all these defenses with 2 rage spells, and he had this 1 haste to get those loons that were out onto that mortar, and then out on the other side they jump into a heal spell out the back end of that Inferno Tower, so everything's up to full health now. Still has a couple archer towers and an expo over here, and they're going to start taking down a few of these loons, but there's just far too many of them. They had no chance. Plenty of cleanup, had his minions, got them down within plenty of time, gets through all the rest of this trash, no problem. Really neat hit, just good, good job. You saw a way to exploit it, and did it. Great hit. Extremely great war to our Town Hall 10s. Can't say enough about them. A lot of responsibilities are now starting to be realized at Town Hall 9. We take some things for granted, and then we choke the way we did, and we are not going to let that happen again. No more problems at Town Hall 9. I swear. We're going to put in some work, guys. Let's not do that again. Let's don't let our clan down. It would be a shame if we had lost this because of leaving 2 freaking stars on the board at Town Hall 9. Again, let's just move on from that as a clan, and let's get better. And great game, guys. Extremely proud of, and it's great to be able to watch this happening in your own clan, being able to see your clanmates doing things like this that they have been working on so hard, and being able to do it much more regularly. Good game to the guys at Power COC, and exceptionally great game to the guys at Alchemy. 5-0. Great to be undefeated. We got Kronos coming up. It's going to be a tough war, but I think we're up for it. So great is Alchemy.